My name's Kate Waters, and I'm the Executive Director of Crude Accountability. We're here at the Warsaw Human Dimension Conference of the OSCE in Warsaw, Poland. Unfortunately, many of our colleagues who should be with us today are behind bars. This is sadly true in many countries of the OSCE region, but I'm focusing my remarks today on Azerbaijan, which is in the midst of an unprecedented crackdown on independent voices, including those of civic activists, human rights defenders, independent journalists, and scholars. As of September 23 of this year, 319 political prisoners are arbitrarily detained or imprisoned in Azerbaijan. These individuals are subjected to inhumane and degrading treatment, torture, poor sanitation, and lack of access to medical care and legal support. Last year at this meeting, we raised the case of our friend and colleague, Dr. Gubadi Badoglu, who was violently arrested and imprisoned on July 23 of 2023 on spurious, fabricated charges which carry the possibility of a 17-year prison term. Dr. Ibadoglu is currently under house arrest after spending 9 months in pretrial detention, and his case has been frozen indefinitely, putting him in a kind of legal limbo in which he cannot work or travel. He must check in with the police twice a week and is denied critical medical care and still has the charges against him hanging like a sword over his head. Despite a massive international campaign demanding the release of Gubadi Ibadoglu and other prisoners in Azerbaijan, he and 318 other political prisoners have not been freed. 1 year ago, journalists from Abzas Media were here at this conference doing their job, reporting on the proceedings of this meeting. And as we sit here today, 6 journalists from Abzas are in prison in Azerbaijan on trumped-up charges. Ulvi Hasanli, Sevinch Bagivgisi, Mohammad Kekalov, Hafiz Babali, Nargaz Absalamova, and Elnara Gasimova. And they're not alone. Bakhtiar Hajiev, Fazil Gasimov, Anar Mamadli, Tofig Yagublu, and journalists from Toplum Media are just some of the others imprisoned in the most recent crackdown. In the lead up to COP29, which will be held in Baku next month, rather than demonstrating its commitment to international standards, the critical role of civil society and independent journalism, and the rule of law, the government of Azerbaijan has cracked down in an unprecedented attack on independent voices, violating the fundamental freedoms of those it attacks. As the world prepares for the COP29, we call on OSCE participating states to demand the immediate and unconditional release of all political prisoners in Azerbaijan and to call for the cessation of the Azerbaijani government's brutal practice of imprisoning those whose voices it wishes to silence. There can be no meaningful dialogue on climate, one of the most important issues facing humanity, while Azerbaijani independent voices are imprisoned and silenced.